Assalamu alaikum folks, you log on to Hausa Television. This is 101 with John Hardie Blues. Born and raised in Britain but living in USA, California to be precise. Talking about Hausa Television is giving up something that we call like and share our post and win a nice package from Hausa Television, like t-shirts, baseball caps, what's the name, credit or stuff. Doesn't, like, if you are Mali or Nigeria, don't worry. If you win a package, you're going to receive it clear. Also, Hausa Television is bringing up something we call DJ Box. It's coming soon. And also, Ashiga Studio, interview with producers who is bringing up bangers and stuff. And also, we're bringing up something called Eye on 5. Eye on 5. So visit our website, that is www.hausatelevision.com, or like our Facebook page, that's Hausa Television, Instagram, everything. I go by the name Mohamed Wayne Jr. Let's go straight to the business. John Hardie, welcome to Ghana. Aqua.
Midase. See, I know that one.
You know that one.
Do the other one.
So what's up? What's up with you? How is Ghana?
Ghana is great. I love Ghana.
Can you give us some briefly style about Ghana? How you feeling? Your first time in Ghana, how was it?
First time in Ghana, I had no idea what to expect. I came to meet my wife. When we've been online dating for a while, so we met for the first time, and I fell in love with this country.
Wow. So back to business right now. It's like, when and why did you start playing music?
I started playing piano when I was 4, and I've always said to people that I was given piano. It was a gift from God. I had no problem playing it. It felt right. It felt easy, and I played. By the time I was 8, I think I was playing things I heard on the radio without thinking about it. I went to college and studied contemporary classical music and jazz, and it's always been a gift. I've been in love with the guitar since I was about 10 or 11, and I play guitar probably almost as well as piano, but I had to work at that. It was not a gift.
Okay. So which instrument do you like playing?
Oh, guitar, always. Rock out, man.
Always
that, you know.
So, okay, people will be asking, what kind of genre do you do, and why do you choose that genre?
Well, I play just about every genre of music there is. I started out playing jazz. That was my first professional engagements were with a quartet in London, and we did okay. And then the jazz clubs started to become unpopular at the time, and they all turned into discotheques one by one, so we lost them. When that happened, the other members of the band wanted to keep playing jazz and would play it for no money or just for weekend, just for fun. And I said, I can't do that. I want to do this professionally. I don't want to do it for fun. So I got on a plane and went to America and restarted my career.
So that was 2090s?
Yeah. 90 something. So I got into the end of the recording session scene, you know, playing on different people's records. Played a lot of rock, pop, top 40 music. And then in the last, say, 10 years, I've discovered that I have a talent, if you like, for writing and performing blues. And my first couple of albums were blues. And then I discovered Ghana and Africa. And that has changed the way I feel about music, seriously.
So let's talk about family. Is your family musical? You didn't love music. Did they maltreat you when you do music?
No. My actual family is, there's none of them left now. My father tragically died when I was 8. Yeah, thank you. But my mom lived for a good age. She was in her 90s. So she died in 2000 something. But I have a half family because my father was married before, so I have a half brother and half. Yeah. So, funnily enough, my favorite nephew is also a keyboard player.
Wow.
Yeah. So definitely, if that was your question, you know, there's definitely a connection there. Even with the same father and different mothers, we're still into music.
Music. Well, that's cool. So, can you describe your family members' musical interest and abilities?
Yeah, really there's two. One of them, my nephew Kim, plays guitar, but he only plays it for fun. He's not professional level. Guy is not professional, but he devotes a lot of time to writing and performing. But his music is synthesized music. It's synthesized, and he likes the old style synthesizers, the kind that have oscillators in, and he builds them. He builds them by little parts. He buys a part of this and a part of that, puts the LFO and wires it up.
Kind of technology.
Yeah, very techno. And I don't. My approach to synthesizers is you just tweak it till you get a good sound, and then use it. You know.
Well, so which famous artist do you admire when growing up?
Yeah, if I wanted to talk about blues, it would be Eric Clapton, B.B. King, Albert King, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Later, Joe Bonamassa. I think everybody just idolizes him. He's young, but he's incredibly talented. In the jazz field, piano players would be Bill Evans, Thelonious Monk, Oscar Peterson. And the horn players, I've always idolized Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, and Dexter Gordon.
Wow. So have you been in competition before? Like
competition? No.
Like when you were a kid, in competition, like let's
play
guitar.
Yeah.
I did. A prize?
Oh yeah. I did sometimes. I played. The first thing I ever did, and was performing live, was in a competition. And I played a Bob Dylan song called "With God on Our Side," and I played it with acoustic guitar and a harmonica.
Whoa!
You know, there's a contraption. It looks like a neck brace.
Yeah.
It sits here and holds the harmonica in front of your mouth. And I sang and played that, and I won that. And I asked the judge afterwards. I said, "Why did I win? I thought everybody else was better than me." And he said, "You're doing three things." That's why. You were doing three things, so that's why you won.
So do you get nervous while performing?
No, not a bit.
Wow. Or competition, or for competition.
No, or in front of a camera, you know. I'm not nervous.
All right. Okay. Moving on. Let's talk about an album.
Okay.
How many albums do you have so far?
I think I have about 6.
6 albums.
But they're not. Sorry to say that they're not all released. The one, No Right to Sing the Blues, has been out for a while now. It's on iTunes. You can buy it. The other ones, I've been too busy, if you like, to promote them properly. I feel that if you're going to put an album out, you must be able to promote it. And it takes a lot of time and money to do that. Yeah. And I'm so grateful to you and your station for giving me a chance to do that with this album. Because somebody once said there's no bad PR. And it doesn't matter even if a guy that has heard your music stands on the street and goes, "This is a good album." It's PR, you know. So this is great PR. Ghana television. It's the big time.
It's HAUSATV.
Yeah, house. Television.
So talking about your album, what's the name of your album?
The name of the album is Ghana Girls.
Why Ghana Girls?
Ghana Girls because I'm married to one. Okay.
Wow.
I was impressed by Ghana Girls when I came here. And you see them. This is my picture in my head of Ghana Girls. Is the very first time I was here, we took a taxi, and we're on that main highway, and we stop at a traffic light, and here comes these pretty girls with things on their head, and they're selling them. They're selling bananas, and that's in the song. Bananas on their head. Bananas, water, electrical stuff, pillows, blankets, food, and Hafsa said to me, baby, do you want some water? And I'm saying, yeah. And she goes, yeah, well, why, yeah? I mean, like, in your language that I don't understand. And here comes these two little pouches of water through the window.
Okay.
Wonderful. So it's like going to the supermarket, except that the supermarket comes to you. So that's Ghana Girls. And by the time I left to go back to California, the last trip, I was already singing it.
Wow.
I'd be walking down the street here going, Ghana girls like to have fun. Yeah, man. And when I got to California, that's the very first thing I did.
Wow.
When I got home, the second morning, I think I got up and started recording Ghana Girls.
So how many tracks do you have on that?
There was 12 tracks on the album. They're not all about
Okay,
Ghana.
do you know what? 12 tracks on the album. We're going to explain it one by one.
Oh, great. Yes.
Okay, let's go by. First track.
First track is
What?
Africa.
Why Africa?
Why Africa? Because that seemed to me to be, I didn't want to talk immediately about Ghana. I wanted to be continental. I wanted to say this is Africa. I've been around Africa. I've been to quite a few countries here.
How many countries?
Half a dozen, six or seven countries.
I suppose. Oh. Okay, let's talk about Africa. Why Africa?
Well, this is the song that I used as an introduction to the album. Okay, I didn't want to start with Ghana or Accra. I wanted to say this is the whole continent, and I wanted this voice to say Africa. And I have a friend here in Accra named Isaac, and I texted him and I said, Isaac, do me a little recording of you saying Africa. So I have an African person doing it. So he sent me one and it said Africa. So I said, okay, I'll do it myself. So I went, Africa. Africa. Yeah. And put some processing on it. And that's all over that song. So when it came to the middle part of the song, I wanted to speak all the countries in West Africa. And I used that same voice to do it. And you can hear on the album, he goes, Burkina Faso. And I don't know whether it sounds like an African.
Why using that sound of like Burkina Faso, Africa?
Yeah, all the countries. You know, there's Ghana, there's Gambia. You know, yeah. There's all those countries. Cameroon, no, I don't think Cameroon's in there. But every West African country is there. So if you like, it's Africa, but it's West Africa. And it's a nice song. I like it very much. And if we were going to do a tour here, that would be the opener of the tour.
Africa.
That song, and it would start with we would hire local drummers.
Local drummers, like
djembes. Yeah, like 10 of them. Yeah. And the concert would start with the drums going, and then the lights would come on, and we would hit Africa.
Okay, so second track.
The second track is called Accra Morning. So now we're in Ghana.
We're in Ghana.
And we have a house here, at least one for a year.
Wow.
And we have a nice porch. And this song is about getting up one morning and the clouds have gone away, sun's shining, and we are sitting, Hafsat and I are sitting on the front porch. I'm drinking coffee, she drinks tea. And the song is literally what you would do in the morning. And I talk about, in the song, I say that the children laughing in the streets, the blare of taxi horns. Is
that kind of a poet, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I heard when I came here, and this is part of what I fell in love with. I fell in love with the chickens and the goats, you know, and the potholes and trying to cross the street and the noise. You know, you're walking down the street, every taxi that sees you, beep, 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 you know. And sometimes they annoy me if I'm just going for a walk and the guy pulls up and goes beep, 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 beep.
They are calling for
and I'm
attention.
going, do I look like I'm looking for a taxi? I mean, if I wanted a taxi, I'd look at you and say, taxi.
The system. They would rather call you. They would rather call for they'll call for attention.
Yeah. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah.
So I was talking about the third track.
Yeah, the third track is Ghana Girls. So that's the title track. Yeah. And Ghana girls like to have fun. Ghana girls like everyone. See them walking down the street, bananas on their head. Yeah. So the whole thing is in that album. Ghana girls are lovely looking. They are. They're all pretty. You know. They're not as beautiful as my wife. You know.
Have you ever wished to have a Ghanaian girl in your life?
I didn't ever, honestly. The thought never crossed my mind, and a lot of my friends disown me over this. And they said, John, why are you in Africa when there are plenty of nice American girls where you live? And I said, I wasn't looking. I didn't go to Africa. I didn't stick a pin in a map and say, I'm going to go there and see if I can meet an African girl. It happened by pure chance. So
I have to grab it.
Yeah, when you have an opportunity like this, then you have to take it.
Seriously.
And I'm glad I did.
So we're talking about the fourth track.
The fourth track, I'm hoping I get this right now. The fourth track is Ooh Ooh Ooh.
Ooh, why ooh?
Oh, this is my wife. When I say something, usually for text, she goes ooh. Yeah, ooh okay, ooh okay. So the ooh. And the ooh was very, if you looked at our text, we've got thousands and thousands of texts. And I'll say something and she'll go, ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so the ooh had to be in there. Before we met and we talked on the phone all the time, we didn't text as much. We talked on the phone then, we text more now. Okay. And she would say to me at the end of the conversation on the phone, and I can't do her Ghanaian accent, but it's kind of like this, I really love you, baby. And I love that. That made me just kind of tingle from my head to my foot. So that's in the song. Ooh. I really love you, baby. And the chorus is ooh, 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 yeah.
Wow. Okay, very sick, right? You're all sick, right?
Yeah, the sixth I think is Akwaba Ghana. Right. And this, for anybody that might be watching this that doesn't understand the word, it's welcome to Ghana. I was going to do the song in Chi. I might still do a version in Chi and release it. Yeah. I don't pronounce it very well, and I think I need more coaching. So HAUSATV will coach me in there.
Actually, your wife understands, let me see, like 3, 4 languages.
More than that, probably.
4 languages in Ghana. So you have the right wife now.
Yeah, definitely.
She'll teach you.
Yes, much better than an American one.
Yeah.
We're useless. American wife would be useless at this point.
Only one language.
Yeah, only one language.
That's slang.
American. So, So it's got a good. It's kind of an Afro pop song.
Okay.
And we had some Happy's friends over. The first Sunday I was here, and one of the neighbors came by with some big speaker, so we were able to pipe this music out. Okay. And there was a lot of kids there and a lot of dancers. And I got everybody. I got about 30 people.
Wow.
Up in, well, you've seen our front area. And I got them to do the ooh, ooh, ooh. And there's the clap, you know. Yeah. And
so
we had the best.
You talk about Akwaba Ghana, and the next one is?
The next one after that is Aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac.
Yes. Now you know the word aphrodisiac, yeah, which is a potion for love. It's a love potion. But Afro is African. Yeah. Dizzy means dizzy. An act is just act. Yeah. So you're my aphrodisiac. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty clever. Nice. I don't know whether anybody else will think so. So anyway, that's what it. And the chorus again. We did this one with the people at the house, and you make me dizzy. Yeah. Yeah. You make my head spin round and round. You make my heart beat. Very strong. Yeah. You say you love me. I hit the ground. So all the kids were going like falling backwards. We had the best time with that. So it's a fun pop song. Yeah.
So that's Aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac.
So the next is?
The next one after that is Taking a Trip Down South, which doesn't sound like any of the other tracks. And this was my first flight out here. Okay, I flew from America. We refueled in Ireland, which is basically like the United Kingdom. So the trip started there, taking a flight from London from me. And you fly south through Europe, you cross the Gibraltar Straits into Africa. North Africa, right there. And you fly south and then east. And the first stop is Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. So that's in the song. And then you go west to Accra, Kotoka, yeah, airport. And there's a little bit there. My friends talk about it still. So I'm pretending in the song that I've been told about this part of Africa, and I'm going. I don't know how it's going to be. Yeah. And I got a room at the Holiday Inn, which is by the airport. And dinner at the Urban Grill. We've been there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And you're chilling.
You're chilling. I'm chilling. Yeah. So that's and then from there I pretend that I've gone to South Africa, which I have, but not on this trip, and then North Africa. And North Africa, I've been to a few places there, one in Morocco called Casablanca. And I forgot to mention, there's a song before that, it's the fourth song, I think, and it's called Casablanca.
Casablanca, yeah.
But it's not like the others. I always have a ballad on my album. There's always a song that's not like the others. And this one is just me playing piano and singing. Okay. And it's almost like to say to people, you're hearing all kinds of effects on the voice, you're hearing me going, you know. But this is just me, just singing a nice, pretty piano ballad. Okay, so after that one, there's two more tracks. One is Adowa, which is dance, yeah. And this one is just simply the idea I had of putting 20 djembe drummers on a truck bed, you know, like a float, and having them drive by. And you hear them coming from the distance, and then it gets loud as they pass you, and then it fades off to the right. That's what that song does. And it's just a nice, happy song, happy dancing Ghana. Yeah, dancing in the street.
So the last track.
The last track is something that I didn't know about. There's a website called Jeremy Goes to Africa, which is about an American guy called Jeremy who spent 6 months in Ghana. Fell in love with it like I did, and he has a website. Check it out. So he talks about Azonto. Azonto, which is your, what is it? It's a dance.
It's a dance
here so I listened to a video of it to get the beat, and it goes bonk, 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 bonk. It's that kind of thing. Yeah. So I did that and wrote that, and I got a little rap in there. I learned how to do some rap. I've never been able to do rap in my life, but I did. I go, get it on, yo.
Get it on.
Is that good? Get it on, yo. Yeah, that was me. That's the closest I get to doing rap. But it's on there, and I made it stutter at the end. Get it on, yo. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So when I told Hafsat about it, she laughed. And I said, what are you laughing for? And she goes, it's funny. I think the idea of a white guy dancing Azonto makes her laugh. And but we danced to it. We danced to it when we had the party. And I thought I did all right.
Nice. So talking about your album right now, did you produce your album yourself?
Yeah, I'm bragging now, okay? Yeah. I wrote the lyrics.
Okay, you wrote and produced.
The music is mine. I composed everything. I play all the instruments. I have one djembe in the studio, just one. And I recorded that over and over many times to make the big djembe band. You know, there's 20 djembes on one of those things. It took a long time. So I produced it. I mixed and mastered it, and the version that I have now is about 90% the way it's going to come out in November. So there's maybe a couple.
So when is it out? Is the album?
No, it's going to be coming out in November. What I'm waiting for is for Hafsat to get to California. We're trying to do that. It takes a little bit of effort. And when she gets there, we will go in the studio. And I want her to put some little bits in there, which would just make it so good. And obviously, one of them is I want in that middle bit of ooh, 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 I want her to say, "I really love you, baby." I want that in there.
Album, how are we going to get your album? Is it a digital platform? Is it a CD?
It will. Yeah, I'm going to make an actual physical copy, and you will get one of the first ones.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. And it's like It's like the other album that I did, No Right to Sing the Blues. It's got liner notes. I talk about each song. It's got the lyrics to the songs on it in case you want to look at them when you're listening. And it's got a nice picture of HAUSAT on the cover and on the back. But but the digital version you can't see on the you can't see the lyrics. You can't do it.
So on digital platform, is it like iTunes?
Yes, it's iTunes, and there's a website called Amazon.
Amazon.
You know this one?
Yeah. The man, actually, the man is the richest man in the world.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, what an idea, you know. I mean, it's like a digital Ghana girl, you know. You can, seriously, it is. It's digital. You can buy anything on Amazon. Try it sometime. You know. You decide you want you need a left nostril with a state motto on it, and you type it in. You get one. You get one on Amazon. You get anything, everything under the sun. They sell online. So obviously they sell CDs.
So your social media handle, if someone is like folks watching you right now, like, okay, this is my guy. How am I going to get interactive with him? What?
Right now, the best place for that is the website.
Okay.
And the recording studio that I have is also a teaching studio. I teach piano, guitar.
I was about to ask you. Do you teach music?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I teach piano, guitar, voice, and harmonica if I can get a harmonica studio. It's hard to teach harmonica.
Okay.
So the studio has a website. I can spell the website. It's 3 words, but there's no spaces. It's 1 word. The first word is Willow, W-I-L-L-O-W. Second word is Creek, C-R-E-E-K. Productions, P-R-O-D-U-C-T-I-O-N-S. Willow's, no, it's not Productions, it's Willow Creek Teaching Studio. Sorry, that was the old one.
Willow Creek
Teaching Studio, S-T-U-D-I-O.com.
Okay.
And if you go there, you will see there's a Ghana Girls track is there. You can listen to it.
There's previous albums too.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But they will. This is a new website. I just built it. But you're going to see in the next few weeks that it's going to start to get more. There's a link to Facebook. I have a Facebook page which is called John Hardie Blues.
John Hardie Blues.
Yes.
Okay.
To distinguish it from my John Hardie. Don't want to confuse people.
Okay. So do you have any plan to put in place that you're gonna hold the upcoming ones in Ghana? Do you have a project?
Oh, it's my dream, Wayne. It is my total dream. I would do this if I got a tour, say a North American tour, with this album. I thought that would be unlikely when I wrote it, but I played it to a lot of people over there, and everybody seems to like it. Yeah. So maybe. So if I got an American tour behind this, and there was some way we could extend it to Ghana. I'd love to do the whole of Africa, but I don't know whether that's feasible. But yeah, I can't.
Okay.
Where will we do it? Where's this, the stadium?
Stadium.
Yeah.
Stadium is cool. We have some few theaters that do that, jazz and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I would do.
Alliance Française.
Yeah. You know the Rolling Stones. You know that group? No, they're not big here. They're a British group. They're worldwide, and when they do a big tour, they do big stadiums, really. And they always go to the town where their first concert is, and they book a small theater, very small. They don't tell anybody that they're going until the night of the concert, and they let people in for free.
Wow.
So it's just if you happen to be there and you saw it, yeah? And the idea behind that is they want to see if everything's going to work in a small setting. And then as long as everything is working, the songs are in the right order and everything's working, then they'll take it onto the stage. So I would do the same thing.
Still on your album right now, okay. What was the most spoken language on your album?
Oh, I forgot what you are. Yes. English is the most spoken language. Yeah, there's only one she word, right? There's a quara.
And Adua.
Adua, yeah. But there is a song on the album called Watuwa Africa, which is people of Africa in Swahili.
Why did you choose Swahili?
I read an article, and the article said that more than 1 billion people in Africa speak Swahili. It's by far the most common language now. I've since learned that Hausa is also
truly
very,
I disagree with that.
and it's possible that that the information wasn't 100% accurate. I think maybe Hausa is spoken in more countries. But Swahili is definitely the most. It says it's the most common language. So over Africa, there's more people speaking Swahili. So I checked it out, and it's very phonetic. So it's not like you have to learn how to read the word to pronounce it correctly. Watuwa Africa. It's all phonetic. So I translated it for my song into Swahili and sang it, and then put the English translation out. And the song is simply about how maybe Africa could have a common language. But since then I've been talking to you guys, and Hausa could do the same thing. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, even lucky, your wife can show you.
Yeah, well, she will teach you so many languages, but she's going to teach me.
She's going to teach you. So next time, try and Hausa.
Yeah. Yes, I'd like to. I'd love to be able to speak. I'm not that good at languages. I have smatterings, But I've spent a lot of time in Germany, and I got that I could say a few things. In Japan, I could talk. Yeah. Tokyo eke wa doko? That means, where is Tokyo Station? Doesn't do you any good.
Like, seriously?
Yeah, because I'd be there and I'd get lost, and if I could find the station, I could get home.
You can go home.
Get back to my hotel. So I'd get lost, and I'd stop somebody, and I'd say, Tokyo eke wa doko es? And they would go, yo, what? Yeah, so I didn't know. And then they would look at me and say in English, if you go down here and turn left, it's right in front. So they can speak
English. Okay. Still on your album, we're done. But your album, Ghana Girls, we're done with it now.
Yeah.
So we're going straight to, let me say, what's your favorite food in Ghana when we came to Ghana? Favorite food dish?
African food.
African food.
Yeah. Without hesitation, without doubt, it's jollof rice.
Ghana jollof.
Yeah, Ghana jollof. Is that different than different African?
We have Ghana jollof. We have Ghanaian jollof and Nigerian jollof.
Oh.
That's what's going on now. There's a beef between Ghanaians and Nigerians here.
Really?
We're really fighting over jollof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't start a war.
No.
You call it the jollof war.
It's called entertainment war. It's like, we've been doing competition and stuff. We've been winning them too.
Yeah? That's good. That's right, yeah.
So Ghanaian jollof is a favorite.
Yeah. Banku?
Banku and what?
Yeah, I like that.
Banku and what? Shito?
Hafsat cooks it with fish.
Okay, that is chimoku or chimoku.
But the what you call the ball of it's corn, isn't it?
The corn, yeah.
Yeah. What you call that? Is that the banku?
That's banku.
Right.
Okay, the round one, that's banku.
Yeah. And
what you'll be eating it's called moku. Chimoku.
Yeah.
Chimoku with salmon and stuff and jenny fish.
He says that so great. Yes. So I'm not liking everything yet, but I do try. Okay. I do try and eat Ghana, and I like it. But it's the jollof.
Wow. So are you hoping to do some collaborations in Ghana?
Yeah.
Africa?
Oh yeah. I would love to. I would work with any musician that.
Talking about musician, who's your favorite?
You mean regardless of genre? Oh man, that's the hardest thing. I would say it was probably Bill Evans, the jazz pianist Bill Evans. Everybody that plays piano, particularly jazz piano, would want to play like him. He's the greatest. and nobody can. You know, nobody could figure out.
So coming down to Africa, who is your favorite artist? Who are you, like? Who do you listen to more time?
Stone Boy.
Bing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I like him.
Do you love reggae music?
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes.
So who's your favorite?
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley of all time.
Yeah, yeah. No woman, no cry. Yeah.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Bob Marley had one of my favorite songs of Bob Marley is "Don't Worry." Don't worry
about a thing.
about a thing. Yeah, yeah. And somebody asked Bob Marley in an interview, how come he wrote that? I mean, what? See, I write songs and they just come from nowhere, so I understand it. So Bob Marley says, well, he got up one morning and he was sitting on his doorstep, and the Jamaicans are Rastafarians, so they smoke marijuana to bring them to a higher level for God. You know? Yes. So he's sitting there and he's making himself a joint, you know, yeah. And the seeds fall out of it. You know, you kind of toss the seeds in there, and three little birds came, and they're eating the seeds that he's dropped on the ground.
Wow.
So Marley sings, "Woke up this morning," right? Okay. Three little birds pitched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs. Yeah, that was it. Don't worry.
Talking about your voice, any acapella of your songs? Can you give us a cappella of your songs?
Of what? Not all of them.
No, all of them.
Just one of them. Which one should I do? Oh, one. See, you're asking me song by song. I should have had the list, shouldn't I? I'm forgetting them now. Wait, I'm forgetting all the songs. There's too many. One of the songs, I think it's 5, is called "Song for Peace."
Song for Peace.
And I noticed, one of the first things that I noticed when I came here was that Ghana people generally are very Christian people. It's a Christian place. My wife is Muslim.
Yeah.
God is God. So I thought I should put one on there. And this one is a prayer for peace, in the sense that I'm saying that maybe we should all think this way.
Okay.
One God.
Do you have any grudges in religion?
Yeah.
Do you have any grudges in religion when it comes to religion? Christian?
I'm Christian, yes.
Christian,
yes,
so
yeah.
you don't have any problem being with a Muslim?
Oh no, we're fine. It's the same.
Okay.
Same. So that's it. So this one is, by grace of God, we live our lives. Right? He shares our joy and pain.
Go on.
He is the great Redeemer, 'cause love is his middle name.
Please don't stop. Go on.
Yeah. And at the end of the song, there's a little piano thing. And I'm going, yeah, Lord. Yeah.
John Hardie Blues.
Yeah, Wayne.
So
My pleasure, man.
Okay, what are your last words to your folks? Watch it to the camera and say something to your folks. People watching you.
Yeah, go Ghana. Take my advice. Anybody from another country, forget anything you've heard about Africa. Come here. Come to Ghana. You'll fall in love with it, just like I did. Peace. Peace. Love and peace.
Straight. Still loving HAUSA television. I go by the name of Wayne Jr. Please pick up your phones, like our Facebook page, Instagram. We are all over the social media. We have it. Look, if you're an upcoming artist, you're wondering how to shoot your video, you're crying, listen, HAUSATV is here to wipe away your tears. Look, we're going straight to free video shoot. Just log on to our website, www.hausatelevision.com, for more information. So we are coming to you with more videos, more content. Listen, we're bringing the work closer to you. I go by the name of Wayne Jr. You can follow me on Facebook, Mohamed Wayne Jr., Snapchat, M Wayne Jr., Instagram, Mohamed Wayne Jr. Everywhere is Mohamed Wayne Jr. Thank you for logging in HAUSA Television. Please like and share, comment, anything, just the dislike, or we like, just like and share. That's all. Peace. We out.